How many of you have seen this guy's video on TikTok?
Holy Ghost, Holy Ghost, Holy Ghost, we need you. Holy Ghost, Holy Ghost, Holy Ghost, I need you.
This guy used to be a fraudster, but today he has given his life to Christ and is now a pastor.
There was one time I actually hacked a lady's account in the US, our Swagger account, and I saw about, I think it was $206,000. So me and my friends, we tried to pull it out, but we couldn't. Hi, my name is Moses. I used to be a Yahoo boy before, and many of you might know me. But today, by God's grace, I'm a Christian, a born-again Christian, and I'm now a pastor. And I want to use my ministry to win souls, most especially the youth of this generation for Christ.
You used to be a Yahoo boy before.
Yes, I used to.
Tell me, how did it all begin?
Okay, it all began in 2018/2019 when I entered into school. You know, guys always want money, so I needed money for upkeep and some other things. Then, while talking to my friends, and they told me, man, this was on board, this was fetching guys money. And what was that? Fraud. Then it was all the local, you know. So I asked them, how does this work? They said, you need a phone, you need an Instagram account. I said, really? I said, okay, I have that. Then I had to convert my company's Instagram because I had my handcraft. I converted it and edited it then.
Your company's account, like you own a company?
Yeah, then I used to have I have a craft, not used to, I have a craft. And
What do you mean by craft?
like my handwork. I'm a photographer and also a graphics designer.
Okay, so the Instagram account you use for your business, you converted it to...
Yeah, exactly. So because I wanted money, you know. So when the time came, I went to my friends. We edited it. They taught me how it goes. Like, you have to go after Nigerians who are greedy, who wants money, and tell them you invest 50,000 and in 2 hours you get 150,000. So you will multiply your money by 3. So that was how the game started, and after a while, I think I got my first cash out from it. And
How much was it?
so I think it was about 300,000. Although I had to divide with my friends, so it was about 300,000.
Okay, let me explain. Okay, what you do is that you go to people's inbox, random people, and you tell them, are you guys interested in an investment opportunity? If you give me 50,000, I will make it 150,000 in 3 hours time.
Yeah, that's it.
So when they send you the money, what happens?
You give them stories, and if you see the one that also has more money, then you tell them, start giving the excuses. The system is low, this is that, this is slow. You have to pay more for the process. You have to pay. You have to refer this. You have to do that. You have to do that. And in some cases, some will have to pay again. Then in some cases, some will say they don't have money. Then you block them and you move on.
You can't flex the money.
You look for another one, then you flex the money. Because definitely one thing about street money is that it takes, I can't say it takes the grace of God, but whatever the street gives you, the street takes it back. Yeah, whatever the street gives you, the street definitely takes it back. So that was how it started. And while I was in school, I was doing it. Not every time it normally comes, you know, but I was okay. So when I graduated from school last year, because of COVID, so I didn't graduate on time. I graduated from school last year. Immediately I came back home. I decided to just join my friends full time. So this time we left local and it was we entered international, entered BTC, Bitcoin. So Bitcoin investments, go after the white people, let them invest in Bitcoins, teach them how to buy the Bitcoins, collect their money and all that. So that was how the game started. And I did that for a very long time. Actually, I didn't get money from it. Yeah, I didn't get money. There was one time I actually hacked a lady's account in the US, our Swagger account, and I saw about, I think it was $206,000. So me and my friends, we tried to pull it out, but we couldn't. The money,
$206,000.
yeah, that was
Should be about around 100 and something million naira.
At that time, based on exchange rate, was about 100 million. Yeah, in naira. So, but all we could remove from the account was, I think, about $1,000 because we were just trying. But before we could eventually entered, the bank blocked our access because it's opened from my phone here. Definitely, I think I still have the the details of this. That's a screenshot of the account on my phone, on my iCloud. If I should check, I'll see it. So that was that, and that actually gave me more hope that, man, there's money here. If I could see this, then I have to dig more. I think I'm close to the diamond. So
Before you know, you build your own house, buy your car, you flex.
yeah, very much. So then my friends were like, "Guy, how did you do this? How come?" Like, so I was now like the big boy based on and my graphics idea, so I could edit anything. There's no evidence you want to ask what I don't have, so I would just edit it and send it to you. That was how we were doing it. Then we did that for after some time. I didn't get money, but then I think around October last year, I actually made some money. That was about $350. Then from there, the door opened. It was coming. Sometimes little big. So, but one thing is this: the anxiety to get more. You just, that desperation to get more want to make you do some certain things that are not right. So that desperation actually led me to start smoking and doing things because I just wanted to be happy. You know that feeling when you know you're making money and you're working, but most of the time 2 days 3 days you might not sleep. When one of our guys came that time and introduced these hardcore eyes to us, that, man, if you take this thing for 3 days you will not sleep, and that's how it was, but it's killing your body. Then I became very thin. I told you yesterday, there was one time I was so ashamed to come out because I became very lean.
How old were you at that time?
Then I was 21.
How old are you now?
Presently I'm 22 going to 23. So that was how it was.
Well, did you do anything, like you were in the quest to make more money? What were you tempted to do anything?
Things negative, like to do with rituals or juju per se. No, I wasn't because actually I grew up in a Christian background. Yeah, I grew up in a Christian background. My late dad was a pastor. Yeah.
Wait, when were you doing all those things? Were you holding any position in church?
When I got really deep into it, I quitted church. I stopped going to church because my conscience wouldn't allow me.
Okay, but when you started, were you holding any position in the church?
When I just started, I was just like, man, church boy, assisting daddy with media stuff, sound. Then come to music. I'm a good singer, so it got to a point when I sing in church. Yeah, my vocals are good, so you will actually still feel like somebody is singing. But me to myself, I know, man, yeah, you're not singing to God. You're just wasting time here. So that was one reason I had to stop going to church. For like 8 months, I didn't go to church.
Like, people bother to ask why?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people, because I was not around, so I told them I traveled. That was it.
So the pastors watching this video, this is to say that most of the people that are occupying positions in the church are actually doing Yahoo low-key, right? And not
all, but some. So,
but do you think that most of these pastors are aware that these are what people do? Most of these young people do.
Most pastors are aware. Yeah.
They don't just care.
Pastors are aware. Some don't care, then some cares. Like, I don't know. I think I will use this opportunity to really appreciate someone special in my life. It goes by the name Pastor Egosa. This man actually knows what I was doing, but he couldn't just tell me, boy, you stop this. You get? It's not good. But one thing he kept doing was he kept praying for me. Most of the time he calls me, come to my house. I think we have midnight prayers. God, I need money, so I think when I pray, God will answer me. So I want to pray. But I never knew it was a way of him drawing me back to God. So I want to tell pastors with this opportunity that there's somebody in your church is into streets and you don't like the way it's going. Or most of the time, like people, that this one has a call of God in his or her life and the person is wasting away. Instead of you to just call the person that you used to stop this, the person will not stop. Definitely will not stop, because that's the tool the devil uses. It's very hard for somebody to wake up one day and tell you, I want to quit street, because they are advertising things there, man. Because you sit down, first of all, man, no clubbing again.
You used to club?
Yeah, no clubbing. No.
What else did you used to do? You used to humanize.
So no humanizing, no smoking, no chilling. Those things now. Those youths were exorbitant. So
you used to buy like nice, expensive clothes.
Yeah, very much so. Those things are no longer there for you to do, and the devil will be like actually for me, when I quitted street, I told a lot of people, I posted it on my WhatsApp. I called it a quit. A lot of people called me like, guy, what you do? So how are you going to cope? So that's it. Some people want to quit, but one thing about what they are thinking is, if I should quit now, how am I going to cope?
How will I start my life from scratch?
Where do I start from? You get? Actually, I asked myself those questions because the way I actually quitted street was due to an encounter. I had an encounter with God, and funny enough, it happened in a birthday party. Like, I went for a birthday party. We were at an apartment. So when the party was over, my friends were indoor. They went to their rooms with their girlfriend. I was outside just trying to take fresh air before going into my room. Then after smoking a lot, so then it was as if somebody was sitting by my side. Like, boy, you're wasting away. It was as if the person just came, started playing my past history back to me. Like, this is who you used to be. You are a noble. What you're doing now, you're just wasting. Yes, there's money. Yeah, you're making money. You have name. You have fame. Like, yeah, everybody knows you. You're a big boy. At least, even if I don't make money from streets, like I don't make money from clients don't pay. Due to my graphics idea, people will call me like, boy, Alpha, edit this work for me. I make money from there. So there was no time I was not having money with me. So it's either it's low or that I can't tell you that I don't have money at all. So
I'm very concerned. If you were making money from your graphics design, why did you go into Yahoo?
Okay, the thing was, before I entered going to Yahoo, the graphics was very low. Yeah, I wasn't making that money that much because the people that were still paying me from the graphics were people I was still doing those street editing job for. Like, tell me, cut this one head, put another head, you know, those things. And there was one day I did an edit for a friend of mine. After I edited the document, he paid me 5,000 naira for the document because he was just my friend. He used the document, and that day I think he cashed out about 3,000 euros. So he told me, I was like, for what I just give you, teach me, since me sabi editor. So those are the things that the devil actually used in luring me. You know, the devil is this. Either it comes mainly with money, because that's what everyone is looking for. You get? But one thing I've come to know is that when you follow God, the God that you follow can actually take care of you. You know, the passage I actually used to console myself very much, and I tell people, is Matthew chapter number 6, I think from verse 24 to 34, when the disciples came to Jesus and they asked him, Master, how are we going to clothe? How are we going to feed? How are we going to survive now that we've left everything to follow you? And Jesus said to them, the birds of the air, they don't farm, but yet they eat. He said, don't you think how they survive? And he said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things. He didn't say, and all of that things will be added. No, he said, all these things that you're thinking of how you survive now with, those things will be added. You just first seek the kingdom. And truly, that's a passage that has really worked in my life. Yeah, when I quit the street, a lot of people called me, how are you going to cope? How are you going to survive? I told them, don't worry, the God that called me will take care of me. Yeah, I can boldly say it anywhere. I'm not a pastor that depends on church offering. Presently, I don't even see church money because the church has a system. So when after the service, the church money goes to the church.
Presently, you own the church?
It was my late that vision that I had to continue. So let the system just keep running. Presently now, I have my graphics and photography business back, and by God's grace, I've entered into car business. I have my own car and some other cars available for cab service, cab hire, and that. So that's one way has been fetching me money. So, and you know one thing about following Christ that a lot of people don't know is that the happiness and the joy you think loud and Molly will give you, Christ can give you for free. And you have to buy Molly, you have to buy loud, you know, and it will still destroy your body system. But Christ will give you for free, and it will add more refreshment to your body system. So that's it. Like, presently now I can have no money in my account and I'll still be happy, but then I can have up to 100,000, but I'm still sad because I want more. I want to buy GLK 12 million with somebody else's money. So like, my advice for everybody truly is this. I know a lot of people have been thinking, I know of a lot of people that have actually called me, even some of my friends, like, man, I want to quit, but the issue is, how do I start? Where do I start from? You get? So that has been the fear of a lot of people. You know, street one time turned upside down. Presently now, it's very hard. Even when I left streets, a lot of people called me like, that's a bad push, this one. I just laughed because, man, I know what I was getting from there. But I know what the best thing now that I'm getting from Christ. Because what I'm getting now from Christ is the best. Even money cannot buy it.